be perfectly honest with you, if we get in a fight, we're sitting ducks.
Hey guys, and welcome back, and welcome to the first real episode of my X3 Let's Play. So, we left off, if you watched the prequel episode, and you don't have to see what's going on, that was just kind of a setup, kind of show some of the mods that I'm using. I was going to do an X3 Let's Play, to play in the sandbox of this universe, to make my own story. And I got a little help, which you'll see in the video. But, alright, let's jump into it. So, we had a game going, so let's click continue. Argon Prime. Got about 2 million credits left over from the money that I made from the stock exchange. When we left off, I had just gotten command of my first ship, the USS Victory. And definitely a really cool ship. It's from the Star Trek franchise. The mod author did an amazing job with it, and the link to the mod is down below, and I really recommend you guys check it out. There's a huge list of ships that the community has made over the years. This game's been out for a while, and there's rebalances and everything. A little more complicated than Fallout or New Vegas to install. But anyways, right now it's time to set our goals. What do we want to accomplish? And it's really up to you, and I decided to do it in kind of a narrative fashion. So, we have a message from Admiral Anderson, so let's check it out.
Hello, Captain. Congratulations on your new command. You've been a friend of the Argon for some time now, and we need your help. There's a situation in the Trace Cloud system. It's a major thoroughway for trade with our Boron allies, and our supply ships are being harassed by pirates. The Boron have no idea where these pirates are coming from, as the gates are continuously monitored. Now, I know you're not Argon military, but with the Xenon threat in the Brennus system and our current hostilities with the Paranid, the bulk of our fleet is tied up with large-scale operations. We would like to formally request you investigate the pirate threat and report back, but under no circumstances are you to engage the enemy, son. We have no wish for you or your ship to be harmed. Well, you have your orders. Now get out there and find out what's going on. Admiral Anderson out.
Alright, well we have our orders from Admiral Anderson. So I know I just had her constructed, but we need to figure out what's going on with the ship. So engineering, what is our status?
Status report. Well, Captain, how do I put this to you lightly? We have no weapons. The shields? We've got maybe half of them. And, you know, even if we wanted to use the warp drive, we don't have the energy cells to even turn it on. And, well, you know, on the plus side, I mean, we have impulse engines. They'll run just fine and they're good to go, but other than that, Captain, we might as well still be in mothball.
Well, thank you, Scotty. So he's not wrong. Definitely have some issues. That's not what I wanted. That's freighter bay. So first I'll go into some of the menu things. You see me flipping through it. If you hit R or go to My Property, and the shortcut is R, you'll see everything that you own. And right now I only own 3 things. We own the ship that I'm captaining, the Victory, which, you know what, let's rename that just to make it a little easier to read, especially when we get a fleet going. We're not going to know what's what, so... Especially when we get a fleet going, we're not going to know what's what, so we'll rename this USS Victory. Boom. And if you click that, and you can also do this in different ways. You can get through the menu in quite a few ways. The menu can be very complicated to start out, a very daunting task to learn. But you click in here, go to Info, and it'll give you all the information for the ship. We see our shields. We have 200,000 kilojoules of shields at 100%. 2 out of 3 ships in the hangar bay. So we can have one more shuttle. That's good to know. Probably gonna want to pick one up eventually. Freight bay, how much we can carry, the size of the containers we can carry. We can go all the way up to extra large, which I believe is the largest, except for except for satellites, because satellites are massive and you have to have specialized giant transports to move those. And you can buy one, or you can rent one, hire one for somebody to actually tow your stuff for you. Max speed 185, which isn't bad at all for a ship of her size. She's considered a cruiser, which I'm going to have to go back into how the ships work, but I believe that's called an M6 in this. Definitely going to have to look into that more, though. Because the rating scale is like an M1 is a carrier and one of the larger, and like M2 is a battleship, and then it jumps around. I think like an M5, 4, and 3 are fighters or something. It gets really confusing. I always have to look up the wiki when I want to okay, well, what's an M4? Is that the scout fighter, or is that the heavy fighter, or is that the bomber? Anywho, and then you go down a little farther, it shows weapon systems, 5 turrets. We have 5 turret mounts and 2 mains. That means 2 main firing weapons forward. We have a turret on the top, on the bottom, on the left, on the right, and on the back. We have 2 on the back, actually. And they're color-coded to this list. I know, this is really complicated, but it's not too bad. Those turrets are color-coded, what you can actually mount there. And then you've got your, the weapons that are capable of mounting. This is not all the weapons in the game. I'm pretty sure. But it is a considerable amount. So we're going to have to pick and choose what we put on this. The other problem is we don't have the money to outfit this. So we're going to have to really pick and choose what we want and what's available for our mission. And since our mission is to go into a known pirate area, we're going to want some weapons. We're going to want to prepare for this mission. And since we're trying to scan something down, I think I'm going to pick up some satellites as well. Okay, so next up we've got installed equipment. Now, with the mod I used, where I actually have to buy and wait for construction of my ships, I can order parts installed. I couldn't order weapons, but I could order extensions. And these are computer extensions to be able to order your ship to do different things. So the first 3 are generic tune-ups for the ship. In other words, for engine tuning, which is the first one, you can upgrade a ship. It's like dropping in a bigger engine. You're going to be able to go faster and turn. Well, you're just going to be able to go faster straight, and you think you're going to be able to decelerate quicker. Rudder optimization, you're going to be able to turn faster. You're going to be able to bank those corners. And for fighters, that's really, really important. And cargo bay extension, you can imagine, is just expanding the cargo bay, adding some more storage. And then the rest of it, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but you can kind of guess what some of them do. A jump drive allows you to jump instead of using the gates if you have energy cells, which, as our chief engineer had told you, we don't have the energy cells, so we're going to have to go pick some up. Exploration command software. If I'm ever in a different ship, I can order this one to go explore because he has the software. He's programmed to be able to do it himself. Life support, I can carry people, which, I can ferry people to and from stations if they need it for missions and whatnot. Or I can pick up, say we go and we shoot some pirates and one of them ejects. I can actually pick him up, throw him in the cargo bay now that there's life support there, instead of just vacuum. And I can take him over to another pirate station and sell him as a slave. Not the nicest thing in the world to do at all, but you can do it. You can be an evil pirate, or you can be the savior in this game. And I love that type of game. Alright, so I think I've babbled on enough about the ship systems. Freighter bay is what we currently have in our freight bay. We have a 200 megajoule shield and energy cells. Speaking of shields, our engineer told us we had 50% shields, and he would be right. We only have, we're hurting on shields. We need to go pick up. We can use max shields to 1 gigajoule, which is pretty good. That's a lot of shielding. I guess it's pretty adequate for her class size. So first thing, let's see what's in the sector. We need to get some satellites. We need to get weapons. We've got an advanced satellite factory here in the system.
This station manufactures advanced satellites.
Yeah.
In addition to the regular navigation relay satellite.
I have to turn her off because I can't talk over Joanne. Damn it, Joanne. Verbo's computer off. Okay. So, if you didn't notice, yeah, we got lucky. I thought we got lucky. Advanced satellite. But they don't sell any. There's none here. The problem is they don't have the energy cells to make them. And it's a working economy. So, eventually, an NPC with a freighter will come in and it'll buy energy cells someplace cheaper, bring them over here, drop them off, and sell them. And then this station will start building advanced satellites because it'll have everything it needs. That's what primary resources are. I don't mean for this to be a guide, but it is good to have a basic understanding. And a few people, actually just this morning I got a comment saying that somebody was installing the game just to play along with me so they could learn how to play it. Alright, so we're not going to be able to get advanced satellites from here. So let's get energy cells. At least we can use the jump drive. So we're going to head on over to the wall. Alright, so we're going to head on over to the wall, and I will see you guys when we get over there. Alright, hey guys, we're back and we're in the wall. Now I realized we just bought this frickin' cannon, this photon pulse cannon, and we didn't do a weapons test. And that's unforgivable, and I apologize. If we got weapons, we need to try them out. So, let's heat up the weapons. Weapons are online and charged to 100%. Whoops. Weapon test good. If you right-click, you fire. And I try to right-click the weapon, so here we go. And you're going to see the rate of fire. I'm firing as fast as I can with this cannon. That isn't bad at all. Looks like the rounds go pretty fast. They should be able to hit larger targets. I'm definitely not going to try to hit a fighter with this. Well, I'm probably not going to be able to hit a fighter with this. I never said I wouldn't try. I never should say that. Alright, so we're in the wall, and there is our solar power plant. So let's go ahead, grab some energy cells, and move on. I've realized I can't actually dock this ship. It's too big for the solar power plant to dock with. So I'm going to have to use my shuttles to actually shuttle supplies back and forth, which is not the greatest thing in the world because the shuttles don't have that large of a cargo capacity. So we're probably only going to get one jump out of this. 1 or 2 jumps out of what I'll be able to move with those shuttles. But if anybody's interested on how to actually command your shuttles to do something like this, they need to have the trade computer installed. Open up your property owned, click on your shuttle. I have these guys put in a wing. Go down to orders, and that's how you give all the commands. The quick button is C, so if you just select the ship from any menu or right in space, hit C, you'll go right into the command menu. And if they're in a wing, they'll go right to the wing command, and you can order them to do the same thing at the same time. Now, go to navigation, and I told them to dock at, and I have the solar power plant targeted, so it's the first thing that comes up. Or you can click this, and it'll tell you to select something, and you can tell them to go and dock anywhere in the universe that has a docking bay. So if you wanted to do it this way, you just click on the wall, and then solar power plant. Now, they should be docked by now. So I click them, and I go to trade. And energy cells, which I already have selected. Energy cells, if you're wondering, is the general energy unit in the game. It's how everything is powered.
Energy cells bought.
Alright, that guy has energy cells aboard his cargo bay. Not very many.
Energy cells bought.
Now, the farther you jump, the more energy cells you're going to use, and we're going to use probably quite a bit to get to Talati space to find some weapons. Oops, wrong button. So, command menu, navigate, dock at, select something, we'll take the wall,
Blue wing, command
dock with the
accept.
Victory. Now, if you're using shuttles or any type of fighter in this game and you're telling them to dock and undock to your ship or ship in the sector you're in, make sure you save. AI pathfinding is horrible, and ships explode when they hit stuff. And I would say maybe 3 to 5% of the time they will run into stuff and it will kill them, and you just lost your ship. It's just a fact of life when it comes with X that pathfinding is a problem. And if you can't accept that, then this isn't the game for you. You have to have the patience of a saint sometimes to play this game. But in the end, I think it's really worth it. Here comes the shuttles now. Woo! Damn, dude. Slow down. Bring it back now. bringing us those much-needed supplies. See, now this is the problem, because I like talking to you guys, and I want to get used to... I like talking to you guys, and I want to get used to the narrating this series and commentating, you know, on the adventure. But a lot of X is this kind of planning and preparation for, you don't know, whatever your mission may be, whatever's in your head and what you want to do. And it's a lot of the fun for me. I love strategy, and I love planning out my, you know, giving myself the best chance possible. I don't mind these shuttle runs. I actually kind of like it. But to watch it, though, I don't... You guys are going to have to tell me what you think. Should this be part of it? Should I cut all this out? You know, I think I'll actually put a link to skip this entire section and just go straight to, like, a cutscene and continue with the adventure. All right, we are good to go. We have enough to make the jump.
We are scanned.
Excuse me? Cops are scanning us? Alright, so let's get this jump underway. There's Atreus' cloud. The Argon want us to check that out, but we don't have any weapons to defend ourselves, so off to Seaswell.
We scanned your ship and did not find any illegal goods aboard. Thanks for your cooperation.
No illegal goods this time.
Jump device charging at jumping.
After using the gate and heading over to the wall, I was able to get the supplies needed and make the jump over to Talati Space. Now in Talati Space, I did a lot of running around, made a little more money, and actually was able to outfit the ship with a nice set of weapons. From there, I jumped over to the sector right next to Atreus' cloud. So let's see what's in here. And what is that? Okay, so I don't have the pirates or anything really special on the sensors yet, but I do see something out there. So let's go check that out. Some kind of firefight.
Boron border control.
All right, looks like the Boron are under attack. Or no, that's the border patrol. Okay, so they're attacking a supply ship of the pirates. It looks like. So we better get in there, give them a hand, and maybe we can track the direction of this supply ship and head that direction. Maybe we'll find the base or ship or whatever it is they're using, and get this mission accomplished. All right, so let's get in there. Now we're already in range. Get those tongues almost dead. Split. Huh. So I knew the Boron didn't like... Get turned around. I know the Boron don't like the split, but I didn't know they were already in a shooting war. That's news to me.
Boron border control.
Well, the Boron are the allies of the Argon, and the Argon are my allies, so I am going to give these guys a hand, help them take out the other split ship. It looks like these two empires are fighting each other. Learn something new every day.
Split energy transporter.
Yeah, he's kind of far out there. Kick on the engines. Turrets.
Command accepted.
Fire at will. This will be the first real weapons test in a combat situation. Try out these new phasers.
Target is now in fire.
Stop this foolishness! You will die!
Yeah, about that.
Split! Gradually! Give up! Break!
I'm not really interested in your freight, pal. You need to get the hell out of this space. Or I'll just remove you from it. Those flat cannons are just kicking ass. That was a good decision. They're not going to be great against capital ships, I don't think, but they are tearing up this transport. And he's got that rear gun just firing away, and it's not really going to do any good. And just mop this guy up, and then I think I'm going to follow his trail. Oh,
You
there we
have
go.
lost recognition.
Yeah, the split don't like me. Don't like me so much anymore. And the Argon, yeah, so since the Boron, which are those green-looking ships, they look like they're almost alive, or they might be alive. But since they're allied with the Argon, anything that I do for them will increase my standing with the Argon Federation as well. And that's not part of the vanilla game, that's actually part of the IR mod, the Improved Relations mod that I'm using.
Autopilot off.
Alright, so I went ahead, I clipped a bit, but I turned around, and I see something off in the distance, the direction that the split ship happened to be going from, and some gunfire. And at first I'm thinking, alright, that's an Argon transport. But the Argon aren't supposed to have any major ships here. I've never seen any major ships here. But it looks like it's damaged, or under attack in some way. So I fast traveled, I'm rushing over there, and then I got in range.
Base.
And that's what we're looking
Teladi
for.
Freight transporter pirate base. Despite the pirates calling their base a space station, this pirate base is actually constructed from the hulks of old transporter ships. It is heavily camouflaged and thus very difficult to locate and see.
Alright, so we found the pirate base. This is where the pirate raiding groups have come from, and I haven't seen any of those yet, and it's under attack. More Boron patrol ships have gotten here first. They're already assaulting the base, trying to take it out, but they're just a couple of small fighters. They don't have the firepower to do enough damage.
Barracuda. Boron, Barracuda.
Yeah, Barracuda's for these
Sentinel.
light fighters. You got a Sentinel in there. Nothing with enough punch. So, like a good captain, I think it's time we got in there and helped the allies. Like Jonah and the Whale, we're going in. Alright, so I started the fight, I kept my distance. I wasn't quite sure what to expect from a pirate base. I've never attacked one before. If there was a fighter wing inside it, the friendly Boron ships mopped them up for us. Didn't see any fighters. It was pretty easy going. It was just phasering away, firing away. I made some slow passes. Tried to keep a good distance and some speed going just in case the patrol ships or those pirates came back. Where the hell did you come from? So yeah, I guess we missed him warping in. Alright, seems like the turrets are mostly in the front. If I could stay behind him and let him come around my... What is that, port side?
Target is now in fire.
Get some speed.
You were warned. Pirate ships will hunt you
I got the turrets firing at both targets at once. Oh, it's hilarious. Alright, get a little distance and see what kind of firepower he has. I have no idea what... Whoop, there he goes. I have no idea he's shooting at me. There goes one of my shields. And missiles are inbound, so I'm gonna turn around. Bank back toward him, maybe we can pop those missiles before they get too close. Come on, suck it. There you go, gotcha. So it looks like the majority of his firepower is on his, right on the front of his ship, so... Because I've noticed every time I've passed him now, I haven't gotten a lot of fire back. So I'm gonna stick on his 6 and keep firing off rounds. And hopefully knock him out and no more surprises show up. He must have jumped in. He must have jumped in while I was banking. Because I didn't see him on sensors at all. Not that I was really paying attention. I was kind of focused mostly on the pirate base. Yeah, here comes those rounds again. He flipped around.
You were warned.
Come on.
Pirate ships will hunt you down like vermin.
And the Boron are just totally ignoring this battleship or this smaller cruiser. He's around my size and weight, I think. These damn missiles. I've got the rear... that one hit. I've got the rear turret on defense, so that should alleviate some of the missiles that are inbound. So, I've been keeping on his 6. and it's been working out pretty well. I've been slowly whittling him down. He's got some massive amount of shields, but because I've been behind him, I've been able to keep I haven't been scratched yet. What I thought I was going to have problems, but as long as I keep off the front end, it seems to be going okay. I'll probably clip a good portion to fight out. It's still slow. Time to get out of here. He's gonna blow. Woohoo! There he goes. Alright, so I've settled in, kind of sieging the base now, keeping an eye out for more of those pirate ships, but it doesn't seem to be an issue. They haven't shown up. Now it's just time to take out the base. The Boron and the Argon will love me right now. And that's good, that opens up more ships I can buy from their docks and whatnot. Better missions. Access to more sectors and whatnot. So, let's get these shuttles launched. I need all the firepower I can get because this thing's just not dying. This is really something you do with a fleet. There they go. Go on, boys. Go get them. Okay, time to get the hell out of here before this sucker blows. Oh, that would suck to die now after sieging it for like an hour. And the pirate threat is neutralized. Fun times. Alright guys, I think this is a good stopping point. If you're still with me, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the first episode of my X3 Let's Play, and I will see you next time.
Royal Boron Trading Station.